So I am racing out now because I've just heard from Melvin and Milton. They managed to find one of the Kambula Lionesses' brand new dens. My heart is racing. So I'm not gonna hang around. I don't want to be here without the mother being here. But just to see lion cubs this small is out of this world. Right, so let's unpack this a little bit. We heard from Melvin and Milton about this lion den. And I guess one of the huge perks or thrills of being in my position at Londolozi is I can often get down to these sorts of den sites to go and assess whether it is worth zoning it, how old the cubs are, and where probably the best access into the den is. So I put a little message out onto our ranger and tracker group to see if anyone is keen. Sadly, everyone had other priorities and responsibilities, so I went out by myself. And in hindsight, it was probably better, because we arrived in at this den to see the mother had moved on. These cubs were a matter of only 4 or 5 days old. And we know that because Barry saw both mothers very heavily pregnant on Sunday last weekend. This is now Friday morning, and these cubs have obviously arrived into the world, are tiny little balls of fluff, and you can see while we were sitting there, they were incredibly helpless, eyes open but blind, stumbling around, not even aware of their surroundings. And without the mother being there, they are incredibly vulnerable. Especially in a den site like this, where it appears to be entirely in the open. There was no little nook or cranny or thick flood debris or vegetation for them to crawl into. Not that they were even aware of the fact that they probably needed to crawl into some vegetation to hide. I felt like I was imposing while I was there, but at least we got down and had a good look around to see exactly what the den consists of. I was hoping the mother would be there, but she wasn't, so we packed it up and left, armed with a bit of footage and the knowledge of what the den looks like. we then started a few discussions amongst a few of the senior rangers. And we've decided to now zone that den, which, if you're unaware, that basically means nobody is to go there. For a set number of weeks, we've chosen 3 weeks, to give these cubs a chance to grow and develop, give the mother a chance for her hormones to settle and for her to just figure out things as she's now trying to raise these tiny little cubs. And of course 4 of them are going to keep her hands or paws pretty busy. And so by giving her a little bit of respect and time, these cubs will grow up, and she then becomes a little bit more confident and will most likely move them to a new den. So with our decision to zone the area, we will come back and check in a couple of weeks' time, see how they're doing, and then make another decision from there. But this is thrilling news that we have found a lion den on Londolozi, and we are looking forward to some sensational viewing going forward. But now on the note of lion cubs, the mother of these cubs and the other female are part of the Kambula Pride. They've been spending some time way down in the deep south. Their sisters, who are the mothers of the 6 cubs from the Kambula Pride, have moved a lot further north, following the Nzenga males as they were fleeing or relinquishing their territory to the Gajima males. If the Gajima males come across these 6 cubs, they are very likely to kill them. That will bring the mothers back into heat, and the Gajima males can then mate with those mothers and hopefully sire their own cubs. But they've been off of Londolozi, the 2 mothers and the 6 cubs, for probably about 2 months. Well, I haven't seen them for about 2 months. And 2 afternoons ago, they were seen in the north. So we headed up there to go and see these lions, get some footage of them, and boy were we spoilt with the most unbelievable sighting of the mothers and cubs moving around, initially trying to hunt, but then just breaking out into this continuous bout of playing and wrestling and tackling each other. For the cubs, that's vital for them to learn and hone their skills as they then grow up. But for us, it was just pure bliss and enjoyment watching these lions go about their daily business. As a little side note, we have noticed that out of these cubs, at least 4 of them are males. So that's a pretty powerful coalition in the making a few years down the line. But instead of listening to my voice drone on in the background, why don't you sit back and enjoy these lions playing, and you'll hear from me just now. Right, so with it getting dark, these lions probably no longer able to hunt around here. Wildebeest and impala have run off into the distance. We decided to let them be.
Are these two females related?
Sisters, yeah. But I hope you've enjoyed this lion-packed virtual safari. We've got some more news of the Kajima males coming out next weekend, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And for those of you that do, we look forward to having you back here joining us next weekend for our next episode. But thanks for watching, and bye for now.